And how do you think, you do so much great work, Mashinka, on AI and AI activism and the arts as well within all of this. How do you think all of this might feed into stochastic parroting algorithms, which are the basis of so-called generative AI, like ChatGPT would be the one example, or deep fakes? Like how is this regime that they're describing feeding into some of these spectacles we're seeing today?
That's an excellent question. So two things. One, I think the reason that I'm so interested in what artist activists have to offer to the conversation about surveillance is that the mechanisms of surveillance that we're subject to are so often completely invisible. So I think most of us in this room would probably be likely to agree that we are subject to surveillance at any given moment in time. But then if we're asked to visualize what that looks like, what it means to be embedded in that structure or that apparatus, then it becomes a bit more intangible. And I think that what artists and artist activists give us is a way to visualize what is otherwise rendered invisible and opaque, rendering transparent the opaque. And so I was thinking with respect to your work, Mohammed, about an artist called Mimi Onwoha, who has a project, the Library of Missing Data Sets, where she gathers together data sets that have either not been collected or that have been collected by government actors but are not made available to the public. And one of the data sets in this cabinet is the specific mosques surveilled by the FBI. Mm-hmm. And so we know that this is a practice that the FBI engages in, obviously, but we have very, very little access to what the outcomes and products of that process are. And I think that something that we can glean from the cultural sphere is how to visualize not only those processes of surveillance, but how to visualize ways to respond and redress those processes. Mm.